Good morning.
Hi, Ed.
Yeah, how's it going, everyone?
How are you?
Good, thanks.
Alrighty. How'd you get on yesterday?
Well,
April, how are you? Killer day yesterday, huh? Absolutely smashed it.
oh, you kept going?
Um, yeah, on NAS in New York session I did. I got a couple bad positions on NAS. I'll show you. So this one absolutely crushed it. So price pushed all the way up to the target, then got the sells all the way back down. It didn't foresee so like I thought we would have maybe gone broke down a little bit more, but we rebounded off the euro consolidation here. And then we pushed up, and we actually did take out that higher level, which was nice to see. That was that monthly level, and the top of this consolidation gave a bit of a bounce. But we actually closed really strong yesterday, so I didn't actually foresee that. But I did like this move here was excellent on NAS. I took some sells from up in here. You can see like pretty clearly why this level stood out. This little consolidation over here as well. So grabbed a little bit of the sells, and then as price was pushing down, I don't know. I did make a mistake here. By this stage, I was on the phone and I was walking. So when price was ripping down, I did take a sell. Sorry, a buy. I did take a buy. It was about here, and then it rinsed me. But then price, and I couldn't quite see where we're going to go to, and I was almost hesitating to take some sells to see if we can like really extend lower. But that's when like I had shook off the loss that I took, had a look to see where price is potentially going to, recognized that it looked likely it was going to take out this Asia little liquidity, and then as price pushed down into it and then pushed down into it again, and then we started rejecting, I gave those buys another shot. Because what I liked, I didn't hold it all the way though. I held it to about here, because what was stood out to me was when I looked at the 1 minute chart was how it came down. So this bit, so when it I can remember watching this candle here. It was pretty fast. So when it pushed down into these levels, I thought what I'm going to do is I'm going to target this candle, because it was a little bit too fast, a little bit too imbalancey. So I thought there's a good chance price will come back to this level, because that was the kind of just cut through it too cleanly, like consolidated, started legging higher, and then as it came down, it just cut through it and then pushed. And I thought we were going to retest it here to trade up, and that's where I took that loss when it just ripped down again. Pretty fast candles at that stage, just like almost as soon as I entered, I was in a bit of drawdown, and then it came down. I was like, oh, I don't think I like the look of this, and it ended up getting a little bit too much, so I cut it. And then as price pushed down, when we started bottoming out here, gave it another chance to go long, targeted this zone. So I thought, 100 pip pullback, got it. So awesome day. Should have held it though, but I didn't think we were going to do a full recovery, but it did. So it's the first bullish day we've had since September. So I guess we should have picked that it was going to come, because this is the start of September. Oh, okay, take this one out. It has the bank holiday in the US, where price didn't really do anything. We had huge bearish day, bearish day, bearish day, bearish day. It made sense that we're going to get some sort of pause recovery, especially after Friday's sell-off. And that's what we got. Remember I was saying yesterday, I thought that we could very easily get a big bearish candle, maybe a bullish candle, but I didn't think it was going to be this big. And then I thought maybe then we could actually start breaking down, but I guess we're going to wait now for to see how CPI is. And I think the market calmed down itself after Friday's jobs report, which pretty much had a lot of people worried about that the Fed are too far behind the curve, and they're not going to be able to save the economy with their progressive rate cuts. But now I guess the more time has settled, calmed the market down a bit. That maybe we have had some positive earnings report, not positive earnings reports, positive news. So yesterday there was a report out, doesn't show in here, but it was by GDP Now, and they gave an estimate for earnings for whether they changed like the GDP revisions or anything. And they still forecast the US to grow at 2.5%, which is not recessionary. So maybe that alleviated the fears somewhat. But yeah, other than that, we had Apple's came out with a little update to how they're looking with their phone, the iPhone 16. So I guess that helped, like, give some positivity that maybe the new iPhone will bump up sales, and Apple will have a fairly good Q3 earnings. Nvidia still posting strong earnings estimates. All the big tech names, they actually did pretty well yesterday, except for Google. But I think that helped somewhat. So yeah, let's see. We're quite nicely set up now with a weekly candle, creating a bit of a top wick. Daily so far for today, for Asian session, has done the opposite of what it did yesterday. So Monday, after a heavy drop, it recovered some. And then today, Tuesday, couldn't break out above the New York high, have recovered some. So it's not as easy a setup as yesterday. So we'll need to just watch price. I'll need to watch price and identify where I think we can go. So, because today's the day before CPI, so who knows what's going to happen. I don't expect wild moves when this is such a core piece of information. So we need to tread with caution here. What say you? Hey, Ive, how are you?
I'm kind of inclined to think sells. Yesterday's daily candle was an inside bar, and we're pushing down from a monthly level. So yeah, I'm kind of looking sells.
Yep. Any particular levels you got your eye on?
No, not really. I'm kind of still working through it.
Just trying to find liquidity. This area sort of stands out a bit up here. New York liquidity before that drop on Friday. So if we are pushing bullish, then I don't think this high would turn price away. So potentially we could push up, little bounce, and then look to go here before moving down. So that's going to stand out to me if we start moving up. Kind of interested in some zone over here, but I don't really see it. So I feel like this one's mostly gone, but we could have a reaction from here. This one here is still remaining. So we could go down to about here. This one here is more fresh. Still haven't taken that out. By the time we get down that far, then we'll be getting quite a lot of momentum. But once if we can actually turn around from one of these levels and start getting some bullish momentum, then I wouldn't mind targeting this area for reactions. Has anyone got any particular levels you got your eye on that I'm not seeing? Any MMGs or zones that I'm not seeing?
Quite like on the daily, there's that setup that actually likes, where you get a strong bearish candle and then an inside bar. We've just taken out the top of yesterday's daily, and there's on the 4 hour suggesting downward pressure.
Where's the inside candle?
On the daily. Oh, sure. I'm on Pepperstone.
Oh, Pepperstone's a bit different, yeah, because you don't have the entire Asian session.
So that negates that, yeah. Okay, good thing I looked at that.
It's all right. We'll look at this and other angles. So see the NFP candle, this bearish engulfing candle. So we haven't retested the open of that yet, that wick. So that is where I've got a zone. That's this green box.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So maybe that could be liquidity just to take out. We've got equal highs from New York and Asia, so perhaps we could have some liquidity sitting above here that we could sweep up into that wick and have a good reaction from it. Kind of are inside this wick at the moment. The 50% would be right at the bottom of that zone, and that's all this area as well. Yeah, I think I like that actually. I think I like to test this yellow zone.
On the Forex.com, if you look at the daily, does that is that showing a double top on the?
It's pretty close. It's about half a pip different.
How do you look at that? It needs to be identical before.
No, that's I don't know, I don't put much weight if it's identical or not, but I see that it's close enough.
Because that on the 4 hour you get the same thing, and then in the third last 4 hour bar is the inside bar and it's broken to the downside.
Yeah.
That also means that if it does come back, then there's interest in the top side, because theoretically,
Yeah.
the way it explains that price shouldn't have any interest in taking out the top of that Asian donut.
Yeah, well, if we are pushing up, I do like the idea of it pushing up a bit higher. In that case, can we target somewhere? It's pretty risky to get into buys around here with the current price action, but if it does move up, that's got some good range. We'll see what happens. Today's a bit annoying having to wait for CPI tomorrow. What's NAS doing? Kind of stuck here on NAS. We're stuck between two zones. We've got a zone. We've got this area, and we've got this area. So we just need to see where price is going to break through here or retest here. Pound yen shooting up. Yeah, I think that was the one thing that we actually have had a bit of news today while we're waiting. Now we had German CPI, so it came in.
At 4, I think. No?
There's been pound news already. So unemployment missed. Sorry, employment came in lower than their forecast, but so technically that's bad news. But then you got the unemployment, which came in you know, came in even, and a decrease from the previous month, so from 4.2 to 4.1. So that employment change miss kind of balanced out by unemployment. So, but it looks like yen's the one that's moving as well. We're seeing yen across the board weaken. So whether it's pound moving, or is it looks like there's a bit more risk on, isn't there? All right. Well, I think what am I going to have to pick a side? For now, I haven't really got any indication of what's going on. Even look at these 15 minutes, it's going sideways. So let's just see. Just have a little. I'm not going to commit to any side just yet, but I do like the idea if we can have some reaction from this yellow zone. Hey Russ, good to see you, mate. Still, yeah, super busy, eh? Yeah, I think this area as a potential high for now. I say that very cautiously. Sweep London low for longs. Yeah, I think let's hope we get something. So the main thing I'm looking for is just what liquidity has been left over potentially. So see in the area that we kind of consolidated at, and we pushed up and we made a new higher high. We took out the London high, and then price came down, and then we gave this a little retest here. Ooh. Good morning. Did you sleep well? No. Little monster, huh? Maybe. And then price pushed down, and then made a new high here. So obviously this area was pretty sound. So if we're going to sweep anything, I think I need to see the bottom end of this swept. So any buys would have to be from the very minimum from here if we're pushing down. I wouldn't contemplate a shallow break, but potentially take all of this liquidity. And if we can do that, come all the way down to around this area to see if they get a reaction, then this is the euro where it's sort of like gathering itself. So whether it breaks back above here, or whether it at least goes from here just to here, and we just target like a little move today, I would say that if we're peppering the sell level, we're peppering that support, and we're kind of breaking underneath, then I feel this area may not hold. But it probably will be able to go from here just to here, but that's not enough for a trade. But to see where the origin of the New York low was. So yeah, right now I think that's a 50-50 bet to go buys or sells. So I'm not ready to commit to anything just before in this next 5 minutes. So not like yesterday. I want to see what this one's going to do, but we'll find something. I'm pretty optimistic about that. Anyone else got any ideas on maybe something not German or something on the chart I'm missing?
The only thing I'm seeing, Hayden, is if you go to the 3 hour,
3 hour, yeah.
and you go back, not counting the open candle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. That's single candle negation. So you take the high and the low of that.
Oh yeah.
Nothing's closed above that or below that on Pepperstone. Significant close. So if we get a close above or below that, a significant close, that's the direction theoretically it should go. That's the only other thing I'm seeing.
Oh yeah. So you're looking at that one.
Yep. But like you said, it's sitting in the middle of that range anyway.
Yeah, kind of. I think the market's sort of just waiting for that inflation news, though. Okay, but I think if I had to hazard a guess, I would like to see if we can get something up to here. Whether that means waiting for the manipulation down under here, and then breaking above that euro consolidation. Maybe we can get something like from here to here.
There's some just looking at that chart, there's some dodgy liquidity at the top of Asia there as well. That's a 3 hour, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, sorry, mate. I was on mute. This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, little midget candle.
And there's obviously a bit there though, because that was the area where there was a daily double top that we were looking at just now.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to be careful if we long into that area.
Yeah, what was the mock data last night? Forgot to check that actually. Oh no, I did look, but I forgot now. Mock data. I think the top 7 were Mag 7. Yeah, flat 10 million. S&P put in a lot of more sells, a lot more sells. So, well, the first thing we need to do is break out of this. This is just doing nothing. I mean, VIX is retraced, credit spreads pretty low. Maybe it's the calm before the storm for tomorrow. So maybe we look at longs. So maybe this is the move just before London, where sometimes they trigger a minute before the actual open. Okay. If we just shoot down, I'll be interested in something around about here. If we just shoot up, then I'll need to wait. I won't be that impulsive today. Hey Tom, how are you? So I've got 10 seconds. Let's see what it does. Wonder if it's worth a cowboy trade, like something like that.
How is everyone?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. We've got a beautiful sunny day down here.
Oh yeah,
It smells like summer.
it's the complete opposite, mate, to me. A good time of year, isn't it, when it starts warming up?
Yep. So we've got a bridge issue with OX Securities, so I won't be trading. I don't reckon. The data's not flowing. Yeah,
At TCT.
concept. Yep.
Really?
So I was just on a Discord that just spoke to the broker. This is at 2:29 today. He just frozen at the bridge level, 1-0, so affecting multiple brokers. It's interesting.
Too many winners yesterday, huh?
Too many winners, mate. Had a good day in the end. It was a good day.
Oh, really good. Good to hear. Come on.
Interesting. It's going to affect some people. There's one guy saying that he had open trades that were at a loss, and he went in to manually close them at break even, but he can't do it. So maybe that's just where I would have closed at break even.
They'll probably reimburse that if it goes bad.
Man, it's running red hot, the Discord. So I was just listening to Doomberg. I love his stuff.
Oh,
Love
yeah?
Yeah. Just
What's
talking about
his-
basically that OPEC the West can basically circumvent OPEC if they need to, which is an interesting idea.
Oh, yeah?
And if Trump comes into power, he reckons that Trump will just open the floodgates on natural gas. And China's using more natural gas for their trucks than they are diesel. So
Do you
Yeah,
get his
it's crazy.
Substack, or you listen to his interview?
he's on David Lynn.
Oh, David Lynn. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I like David Lynn. He does a good job.
Yeah, he's funny.
Yeah.
The David Lynn hair indicator.
Yep.
Ah, that's annoying. See, I wanted to target the retest of this zone. I was hoping this candle was going to pick me up to then do that retest to remove risk and then see what happens, to see if we can get to that higher target. But now it did the retest. So now I think what I need to see is this fail. But so I don't think I can cowboy that anymore, because I wanted that initial push down into the zone, then to do the retest, but it's already retested now. So this probably needs to be a confirmation now, not a cowboy. I'm not sure if I trust that that's the low.
taken Euro and Asian low.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's what gave that little reaction there.
Yep.
It's a shame because how much did it move? Probably not enough. Did anyone take that from the Asia low?
No.
Yeah, it was a 20 pip reaction. You took it, did you?
Yeah, it was actually a really good confluence of trendline and broken HCS zone and a couple of things. So,
Nice one. Yeah, I was just hoping it was going to come just a wee bit lower.
yeah, I mean, it was definitely a cowboy. I just took it even not quite when it went to the bottom.
Okay.
It was proper cowboy. not a fake cowboy, but real cowboy, you know?
Yeah, yeah. The big bucking Bronco, wasn't it, he jumped on? Hey Ty, how are you?
Probably
10 minutes now, flip bullish.
Yeah, 10-minute flip.
Yeah.
You're on the same wavelength.
The correct wavelength. Come on, baby.
Looking good now. I'm just going to remove my pending order now. That's gone.
I guess first target is imbalance at 18.468, 10-minute imbalance. And then the one above that at 18.488,
Oh yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, you'd think that if we can actually close above this my line, you'd have to think that it's going towards this area. And it would definitely hit that, which is your first target, if we can close above that.
Yeah. I'll take it off my eye.
If it follows its French counterpart, it should rocket soon.
Is France flying, is it?
Yeah.
Oh man. Clean move on France. Naz? Yeah, Naz.
Be a big 15-minute close.
Yeah.
I'll send a link of my confluences.
Short
eights
HCS
broken.
zone broken. 50% fib.
50% daily fib retracement, and I had this orange zone just as a healthy previous reaction zone, the one down the bottom. So that's why I saw enough confluence there to into the cowboy.
Yeah, good man. That's really good.
Nice one, Dad.
Yeah, good to see you execute on it as well. Make the plan and then execute on it.
Yeah, I guess I just added up all the factors and thought, oh, it's just a better than likely chance. Better than 50-50.
That's all we can ask for.
You didn't ask the audience though.
Didn't call a friend.
Oh, it's looking nice, man.
I took Naz on the same move.
It's looking
Come
pretty
on.
good now.
Yeah, come on, push.
The cowboy gave me a heads up, so I did the Naz trade.
Oh yeah.
No, I did the same one.
I think I only said something afterwards. That's the thing about cowboys is you can't sort of say you're going to do a cowboy because it's so often wrong. It's like, you know.
Alrighty. 15-minute come to a close. Just leaving a. Come on, close a little bit higher. So how much is that? That was 50 pip candle, 50 pip 15 minute candle. Pretty good. Not good where it's closing, but good volume at least. But let's see if this now on the lower time frame, we're just leaving some range for the next 15 minutes. I'm not in anything, though it didn't quite come down to tag me into it. But if we can get some really nice bullish price action, then it'll give me more confidence to go to my main target for the day up here. So it'd be nice if it sort of pushes up, and then maybe I can find a way into it. All right, so I'm hoping this is London's entry, and then we can accumulate here to build a second entry, and then we can start breaking these highs. So Asia 50%. It's sitting here.
Also broken and retested 1 minute trend line running from top of the Asian session down. So from there, I drew it a bit higher. Yeah, there. Yeah, around there, whatever. Could be. It's only 1 minute, of course, but.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to enter. I'm going to be careful with showing reactions around here, like these levels. I haven't got a great entry, so I'm going to be cautious. But I do think we're going to push a bit higher. I'll try to take out some risk when I can. Optimistically, I'm hoping it's going to push up to here. But I would, I'll remove risk along the way. Right. Let's see how we go. I'm not too interested if we're breaking underneath this low, but I don't want to put my stop loss just underneath that low. So I do want to give it a little bit of wiggle room. But I'm banking on this could potentially consolidate. And then if we start making a leg higher, that's what I'm banking on. So let's see how it goes.
Maddie.
If we can at least break up into the zone, then that would be roughly 1-to-1. So we're pretty happy with that.
Feels like a real pound strength this morning, doesn't it?
Yeah.
No?
Yes.
Really-
It's the only one that we actually had news on though, wasn't it? Unemployment, claimant, earnings. It's like there was a revision to the previous month as well for average earnings. All right, come on. Now's the time. Push up, scrub the zone, remove risk, see where we go.
My Maddie just nearly missed her coach.
Oh yeah? Where's she going? She going to Manchester?
No, she's coming back home.
Oh, coming back home.
Yeah. It was 30 seconds late and she made it.
Oh, Jesus. Like Indiana Jones rolling through,
Oh,
get into the
dear.
bus doors. Come on, German, push. I don't want this one to close underneath this high, because then that would be potentially a rejection wick. But if we can push, break that high, then we can travel up towards this bit here. Come on. Oh no. Come on, you can hang on. Oh. Shoot. Couldn't really close above that high. Closing price and that high, they're identical. That sucks, man. Come on.
Lovely to see a half an hour, 30-minute close above that previous euro high.
Yeah. I'm going to take a little bit off the table. Just a little bit. Now. Which is getting closest to 1-to-1. But now at least... So I've scaled out a little bit. Just in case we do reject, and then it gives me a little bit of options to not really to avoid any, just in case we keep on struggling to reject through here. If we can get a close in here, then I'll be much more happy. But it's not the best. It's not like I've got a Dave entry down here, so I need to be a bit more cautious. Really don't want to start off with a loss, so pretty much remove the risk of taking a loss. Yeah, bloody hell. See you, Dan. Come on, man.
You could have told me. You have to pay me.
Still in, Hayden?
Oh, sorry. Did you... How are we on mute for?
Since you deleted that box.
Well, we don't know, do we? Because you were taking
Smart ass.
You were wiping out the box. Probably some profanity around the stop loss getting taken out, and that's when you went quiet.
But you've gone for a coffee.
Oh, I
he
got
probably said everybody enter long with full margin right now.
yeah, that's what I said.
As I was giving you a second chance.
Yeah, far out. Yeah, no, I took you hear me say I took some off the table, just some risk as I was rejecting, and then as it was pushing down here, I thought it was going to break down, so I cut the remaining position. Then I was saying I'll give it a second chance once we can clear this area, but that literally just did it. So I've got yeah, I'm not in it. I was a bit too aggressive cutting it.
Twitter.
Should just close my eyes and not looked at it, but I closed a little bit, and then as it came down basically to the entry, I was thinking, oh, you know what?
I think I cut mine at the same place too.
Yeah, it was looking ominous then at that stage, but it was
because broke the 3 minute liquidity candle low, and I thought, oh, well, it's going to push down, but injected pretty well straight after.
Yeah, it did. What a bummer. What weirded me out was what candle was it? It was this one. What weirded me out was this one, when it just in the last little bit came back down and couldn't close above the bearish candle. And then I was thinking, geez, I think these might be rejection wicks. And then as we started breaking this low, I didn't want to, I thought there was more risk of it going down than going up. So that's why I closed. But then,
same one.
Yeah.
All right. That's trading. It's all good.
Yeah, it's all right. So, I mean, better than a loss. Better than a loss. As soon as I scaled out though a little bit, I think I already committed to the course that I started looking at the threat rather than the opportunity. Come on, push everyone else. This is the 50% of Asia. That's a nice looking candle. 30 minutes looking good at the moment. So we should be able to at least scrub this area. Oh, look at France 40 still pushing. Suppose I should have consulted France 40 before I consulted myself.
When it goes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The French.
I've been scaling in. Yeah, long's looking good, Tom. Did you get in, Tom?
Oh, honestly, I've just the phone rang, and so I've just been on the phone. I don't reckon the trading's back up yet. So.
Oh, that's right. You're not trading.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to have a backup, mate. That's when these things happen.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, nothing I can do about it today. So.
Yeah, because sometimes
right.
Z-Trade has been down.
What else I could do?
Yeah, when C-Trader's been down, I'll use I prefer MetaTrader for some reason, but there's been issues when one's been down, the other hasn't. So it's been good to have like a backup or go to use a prop or use a personal account.
Yeah. Anyway, it's all good.
Yeah, you can.
Just part of the journey.
Are the demo trades working? You got a demo
Well,
account?
I do. Have a look.
I know it's not the same, but at least been I think even on a demo, just the act of pushing the button.
Yeah.
All right, if we can stay inside this area. What's that, Paul?
You can practice using full leverage on the full margin on the.
Yeah, that creates bad habits.
Yeah, the emotion's just not the same, is it? When you're in a trade, the reactions and the scale in and out decisions they're just not the same.
Yeah.
There's money on the table.
I logged into an old account out of interest and I had a trade on NAS from like months ago, like down. Where would it have been? It would have been around here somewhere. When and there was just no take profit, no stop loss, and maybe it was even earlier. But the it's just amazing. Like when I saw it was about, I'm not sure, I think it was around here. And I remember looking at it and being like, how did I forget that trade was on, even though it was on a demo? But like, can you imagine like having a trade that you put on for like a year or so on equities that you just forget about, and then just log it in one day and seeing it like 5,000 pips up, or have been 5,000 pips up, and then you log in and it's back at your entry. Like, how do you forget about these things? Would never forget about if it was a real account, a real trade.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah. I was like, oh,
I got stuck. I did the same thing. I got stuck trading on one of my accounts. I think I blew the daily limit or something. So in my revolt, I just went onto the demo account and opened one full margin, or like at 75% margin remaining or something, just hoping it didn't have a margin call. And the account value was $15,000 when I opened it, and it was a gold trade. And when I logged back in 3 days later, the account had gone up to 80 grand.
Oh.
Yeah, wow. Shows the power of this pursuit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think the
not
trick is
fiddling
you
with
got to have 15. You got to have 15 grand lying around that you don't care about, that you can do that in real money.
That's it.
Simples.
Have a Greg Secker trading balance. One of those ones that he shows up when he puts on his demo accounts, and he's got like his account balance is 10.5 million pounds.
I just got back from my run and I've made
250,000 today. Oh, what shall I do with the rest of my day?
easy money in the bank.
The thing I'm doing wrong, I'm not going for the run. Otherwise,
Yeah. Oh, I just watched my dog, and look what happened.
What about my trade and partials, Hayden? Do you think? Because I'm looking at various zones. I mean, there is this high that's just above where we are now, getting about 7 imbalance, which I would normally.
This is your first target right here. Oh yeah, that's your first target there, wasn't it? That 68.
boom.
Yeah, nice work, man. That was such a good entry you got.
Yeah, good trade, Dave.
I'm still in the NAS on the same one.
So we've got like this, because this is price shot down, consolidated, pushed up, made a high, come down, made a little support, then broke. We know this is a zone here. So what we would need to see is now that it's taken this, if it rejects this level twice and then starts pushing down, you could be in for more of a retracted pullback. But if it just reacts and then starts breaking and closing higher, then this wasn't enough to because they likely got in buys here and then they consolidated, and I got faked out. But now if they're actually truly bought and then added to their position here, then what we need to determine is what their target is. So if this was their target and they are looking to go down, probably I don't think so. I think the momentum will eventually carry it, but you just don't know. So that's why I don't try to hit home runs in London ever, because it's very unlikely that you're going to survive New York session. And if it just keeps on going, you got to just execute what was your plan. And if you can comfortably, most of the time, pull 50 pips in the trade, which this is more than 50 pips now, you just got to ask yourself, are you happy with that? To try be consistent and free up mental capital, because a lot of anguish now would be, what do I do? What do I do? Do I hold? Do I not? Do I extend it? You just got to find a point that you're happy with. And for me, I can't say what everyone else is, but for me, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with knowing I can do this. Pick a level where I think is, pretty high probability that's going to get to at least in London session, and then make that the bulk of my trade. Then have a stretch target.
Yeah, because I entered about here. I scaled out a little bit here. I then scaled in about here.
Oh yeah, cool.
Took 60% of the scale in here, and another 20% on my original at the same point.
Okay.
So I've still got 40% of the scaling from here running, and I don't know. Still got 60% of the original trade still running at that point too.
Yeah. Yeah, nice work. Nice work. This one here, I think when it pushes up like so, I think these are the ones that I know it's great to book some at the as soon as you get a chance. These are the ones where we don't want to see it just turn around, and that was a good little move. But these are the ones that we want to try let run a little bit longer. But I think you did the right thing.
Well, perhaps my better target would have been the euro high. If it's got enough momentum, I can expect.
Yeah, I think so. I think the euro high would have been, once we're coming back here, that if it was going to react from here, we probably would have pushed up and then had a fairly strong reaction.
Yeah, gotcha.
But if it comes up this high, then it's likely it's going to take that euro high.
Yep, cool.
But great move, man. That's so good. It's so much easier to hold a trade or to think about a trade when you've got a good entry.
Yeah.
When you haven't got a good entry, or you've got a later entry, it's so much harder to manage, because your stop loss has got to be a bit wider, or your stop loss is a bit more risky if you want to keep good risk reward, and it does pose a lot more questions to how you manage it.
It's also just stressful as well. Like if you're in down here, then you're kind of stress free, because you're like, well, I've taken a bit here or whatever. So
yeah,
I can think more because I'm not busy worrying, going, oh fuck, am I going here? Am I going here? Am I going here? Am I going there?
Yeah, you freed up some mental margin by getting the good entry, and that's what I really like about a high quality cowboy entry is so good, because you get such a good price. Whereas if you're waiting for everything and you're you're waiting for a pullback to get a better confirmation, you might not get it. Then you're wondering if you should chase it. And then if you want, when it forms this structure here, this is really nice now, because your cowboy entry is protected. Because that cowboy entry, if we're closing now from a good liquidity area, and then we're coming back and we're closing below here, then you know your cowboy entry is in danger. So you can actually you've got options to remove risk. And I think that's the same what they do. Institutions would be, they would grab a great price and then they form this consolidation where this is their second batch of orders, and it protects their first batch, so that at worst case, even if they've got all order batch 1, order batch 2, and they're like, this will be the zone that they shouldn't really be taking losses. They can keep on adding positions if they want to, but this is the zone that protects them from going and having to cover those positions.
Yeah, they fenced it off.
That was the premise of the study session, was like, where do they get in at their highest point, and so where's their entries protected. It's looking good, man. It's looking really good now. See,
There's a zone at 18. I got a zone at 18,480, but apart from that, there's a nice clean candle to the left.
yeah. This little consolidation, it makes me wonder. But I would say that if we get some good volume, and we can close inside of here and then test, we might have like some reactions from here, but by that stage, it's a long way. But I would say I would really like to see London push up towards this daily level. But that's a long way from here, from entry. It's actually not that bad. It's 130 pips, so that's well within London's reach. Man, I wish I got picked up down here.
Timing again on the pullback now.
That's reacting to price now, though.
Yeah, you were talking about a close inside the blue box.
Yeah. 45-minute candles. Man, it's just been, apart from that first, where they just like jockeyed for position, ever since then it's just been on a run. No bottom wick, just straight up. Perfect sell to buy, wasn't it?
Quick trend line crossing over that imbalance, that 1 hour imbalance. It's at 18,488. So I'd be concerned about that.
18,488. Oh, okay. Did you use this point as well?
That's what I mean, actually, I think. Crossover 480. Yeah, I've drawn it a bit high, but yeah, pretty much.
So
that's
New York high, so the last few daily highs.
Yeah. Yeah, spot on.
And we're getting closer, like we're probably the biggest orders of Asia was probably in this candle, where there was just no top wick whatsoever, and it just pushed down, closed lower than like these other candles didn't close lower. They wicked lower, but they didn't close lower. With this one, no buying pressure whatsoever, just closed lower, and then since then it was down, down, and down. So towards the top end of this, that could be well, we are seeing that. We can see on the 5 minute, can't we? We can see that this is where they launched from, but they gathered their price from here to here before they broke out of that zone. So it makes sense that this is going to be a reaction area. But if we can just make a higher low and then close inside of this box, then we're most likely going to release the liquidity that's inside of this candle. And that lines up with 488. Yeah. That was your second target, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yep. Let's see. Let's just see if this is a little fake out, and then break the high. By that stage, London has moved 70 pips, which is getting close to the first hour's average. Oh yeah. Any news?
The only news here is it's coffee time, I think. Coffee.
Sounds good.
What do you want? Latte?
Yeah,
Black
so this
white?
one. Latte would be good.
Latte? Yeah. Anyone else?
I'll have one of your beautiful flat whites.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. That one you made me.
Yeah. Well, at least someone appreciates my coffee, eh? Yeah, and you, Maddie. Yeah. Get your baby Chino.
She's been very naughty lately.
Just like my Maddie. It's in the name, I've told you.
Yeah. See.
Wait till she's 20. My Maddie's just had 2 complaints of noise
From her house.
from the landlord, yeah.
Oh, jeez. All right, come on. Push. Surely it's got to hit this level now. Feel that wick.
2 4th of July crime scene kickers tonight.
Break
First
this high.
Winner gets 1.
Take out 488. So we had the little reaction, this 5-minute candle. They reacted from these lows. Then it's come back. Still pushing higher. Wick fill. Take the high. Release the liquidity. That's sitting inside this area. 15 pips away. Come on. Yeah, you tell it. All right, come on. Retest should be over. Now we can. We've got the hour candle coming to a close. Let's see where the hour candle's going to close at. It's got to clear this wick. Can extend that London high, and this is the target. Come on, push. What's that?
Properly vocal.
Yeah, she's got a lot to say.
She's getting a bit frustrated that no one's responding to her conversation, I think.
She's looking at the TV. And we've got Colonel and Noodle and Broccoli on the TV. Come on.
Very nice 1 hour close.
What's that?
Very nice 1 hour close.
Yep. Alright, that's it. Awesome.
Hello.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Okay.
Took the vast majority of both scaling and original as well.
Yeah. That's what I wanted to see hit. So I'm well pleased now. It can be annoying when you missing this entry and then getting an entry here which I wasn't as happy with, where price on the 3 minute time frame, when I was concerned this was going to potentially be a rejection wick and then breaking underneath here, because I scaled out some, and then when it was pushing down I was like, oh, no, just not too happy with the price action, so I closed the remaining. So it was didn't take really, it took closed out like 15 pips or so on the partial, and then I took a 2 pip loss when I closed out. When it pushed up, I wasn't game enough to jump back in. I know where you scaled in made a lot of sense. It was a little bit too soon after I'd made a bad decision to exit. Well, I don't think it was a bad decision. It was just, obviously it was the wrong decision. But then once I saw price pushing up and it was getting so close, and this candle closed back above, I was pretty comfortable then that this was the target. So I put a buy on just to hit here, because I was pretty confident now. Whether we go all the way up, still not sure yet. Given that, I hope that we can just release the volume and keep on going. But this once we had pushed here, that was very, very, very high probability. So to me, it was worth taking a buy up to that imbalance candle. As I salvaged something from it. I know it's only a small piece, but this is such a high probability trade. You just got to be happy to take a small piece if you need to. Obviously, the best trade would have been here, but it didn't quite come down to my entry where I wanted to get. And then, you know, I messed up because I had that later entry. But once we're up here, when we get so close to a high, it didn't come up here for no reason. It didn't come up here just to turn around. And if it does, you can't marry that trade, but it didn't come up all this way just to this level just to turn around before it. Yeah, man, I'm fairly happy with today. Fairly happy. Of course, I would have been. Yesterday I was happier. It was much smoother to plan. But the whole idea was looking for buys towards this target, and it's given opportunities. It wasn't the best performance in terms of like actually entering the trades. You did well, Dave. I think that was excellent what you did. Anyone else take a lot of that?
Pretty similar to what you did.
Yeah, I'm in the NAS. I'm still in it.
Yeah, sweet. Did anyone contemplate sells? I guess that's what I want to ask. Did anyone take sells in this area?
No, but I was looking at sells from the open, and I think Sarah's view on what the other equities were doing kind of looked my bias on that, so it was good.
Yeah, cool. Because there was no contemplation for sells for me initially. Like apart from like seeing what we're going to do here, and apart from like moving down to a level, once we hit the zone, there was no contemplation for sells whatsoever. Because if we've opened here, and Asia's opened here, and Euro's consolidating to this point, and London moves down, it's very hard to want to sell below the open without waiting for London to give a pullback. Why would London sell from here when they could push up and get a better price? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just looking at, because yesterday's idea I really liked, and I mean, I got the sell yesterday mid-session, but kind of felt like there was more on the table. So when New York took the liquidity, I thought there'd be a bigger move down, and when we didn't get it, I thought, okay, maybe today they're going to execute on that. But yeah,
it still could happen, hey, but not from when we open here and we've traveled down already over 100 pips. It's pretty hard to keep those sells going without having a reasonable pullback, unless there's unless there's big fundamentals at play. But tomorrow's the day for that.
Yeah, well, the learning there was stop using Pepperstone to look at the Asian.
yeah, because you missed some detail.
Every day I think I update my charts and I forget to do it.
Yeah, it's so annoying that Pepperstone have done that.
I also just realised that that took me up to my 8% target on my alpha evaluation.
Hey, congrats, man! What a comeback from mid last week.
You're gonna have to give your Global Trader of the Award year award to Dave.
Congratulations!
Yeah, congrats, man. That's
Well
awesome.
done, mate.
Yeah, that was 5% down last week, and then
Yeah, what a comeback, huh? From Wednesday.
but today was a 5% trade, so that's really good.
Oh, that's brilliant, man. So happy.
Yeah.
Is that do you go for the one phase entries, or you have to do another step?
No, I actually no, it's just a normal one. It's a 2-stage.
So you got second stage to come.
Yeah, but what happens? Does that automatically reset?
that.
So now if I place a trade right now, it immediately.
Oh, it should. It just close everything. Make sure everything's closed, and then within like an hour, It's usually quicker. They'll send you credentials for a second set.
Yeah, gotcha. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah, but it shouldn't take too long. But that's good, man. That's really awesome to hear.
Yeah, thank you. It's very satisfying.
Yesterday was a much easier trade, I thought, because we had clean candles to the left. So it's much easier when you've got like clean candles. But then today we didn't have as much. We're trading back in these areas. So but that's all right. You know, every day is going to present a different. That's why we're patient. Patience get you paid. Awesome. All right. Well, that's a good note maybe to finish on. Anyone got any questions for me?
no, let's not.
We've swept this liquidity area. 30 minutes. We're going to have Asia closing, Hong Kong closing. So that'll be birthing a new MMG. I want to see what happens when price gets to this area. At the moment, it really feels like ahead of this inflation news that we're in a risk-on environment. So unless the mood sours, what we're seeing is equities starting to recover. We're seeing pound doing pretty well. Euro's kind of flat. The VIX was pretty low yesterday. So the sentiment at the moment is to take on a little bit more risk, but don't get fooled by long standing, because I'm still very bearish for this month. Well, we need to, tomorrow's the big day. So yeah. Cool. Oh, Nish, you got 37 pips. Very good, man. Very, very good. Alrighty. Well, I might make a move.
That's me done for another week, Hayden. I'm back to work tomorrow.
I'm back at work tomorrow? Oh, okay. We need to end that work business.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Got any? Do you understand the target? Like, sorry. Do you understand why we're having a reaction from this level now, or why that was fairly reasonable to expect that we, unless we've got a heavy volume, you guys can spot this as accumulation, right? As liquidity. So we bounced off the bottom of it at the start. But then once it was clear that it wasn't really rejecting too much, it makes sense to trade to the top of it. And then now once we cleared the top of it, we can expect a reaction. When I say reaction, it doesn't mean a trend. It's a reaction. So it could be a pullback, continuation. It could just be go here. But what the reaction I don't expect would be just a blast through it. I would expect it to be some sort of pullback. Whether it's a pullback to this previous support or whether it actually pulls deeper, not sure, but it's a reaction. Yeah, I think we've done it right. Pretty happy. What we salvaged, or I salvaged from it. Sweet, no questions.
Got my
Awesome.
email.
Thank you, Hayden.
Got my email from Alpha Capital. That's our pass the challenge. Yay.
Oh, you got it. Yeah, you get a little certificate as well. You can print that up and put it on your wall.
Well, it's going to have to go beneath the Global Trade of the Year, which I have currently in my toilet, my bathroom.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
We have to be.
It's when you have to tear them up because you do something with your live account.
Yeah. They come and go. These prop account live accounts. They come and go.
I'll hide that one now.
Nicely done, Dave.
Thanks, mate. Really appreciate
Well
it.
done.
Phase 2 now. So 5% is the target. So just get a little bit of wiggle room. Cautiously get up to 1 to 2%, and then you can start using that as a buffer.
Yep. Yeah.
another couple of trades like that, and you should blast through it, no problem. Alrighty, well, I'm out. So nice to everyone. Trade safe. Hit me up on Discord if you need anything. Guy, you're not till end of this week, is it?
Yeah, mate. Fly out in the weekend, so I'll attend and keep watching this week.
Sweet as.
Do a bit of study while I'm away.
Awesome, man.
I'll start participating in doing good stuff like you'd like to do, you guys and gals.
Yeah. I think the more you start like focusing on the lower time frame, you know, like on a particular time, some days are easier than others, but it does become you start to see the patterns and just learning that anticipation, like preempting moves and that intuition for when to
Been
go.
good watching you guys the last couple of days.
Yeah,
It's been good.
awesome.
So, all right, see you later. See you later, guys. Thanks, mate.
Thanks,
See you
Hayden.
guys
Cheers,
soon.
guys.
All right.
Thanks, mate.
Okay, thanks, Aidan. Cheers, mate.
Bye.